Tuesday of the Holy Week, March 30th, 2021. A reading from the book of Prophet Isaiah, chapter 49.
Listen to me, you islands. Hear this, you distant nations. Before I was born, the Lord called me. From my mother's womb, He has spoken my name. He made my mouth like a sharpened sword. In the shadow of His hand, He hid me. He made me into a polished arrow, and concealed me in His quiver. He said to me, You are my servant, Israel, in whom I will display my splendor. But I said, I have labored in vain. I have spent my strength for nothing at all. Yet what is due me is in the Lord's hand, and my reward is with my God. And now the Lord says, He who formed me in the womb to be His servant, to bring Jacob back to Him and gather Israel to Himself. For I am honored in the eyes of the Lord, and my God has been my strength. He says, It is too small a thing for you to be my servant, to restore the tribes of Jacob, and bring back those of Israel I have kept. I will also make you a light for the Gentiles, that my salvation may reach to the ends of the earth.
Sometimes, men and women of faith are the best-kept secret of the church. This means many people find it hard to express their faith in an evangelistic way. Let us find ways to unlock the power available to the church, by encouraging one another to use our God-given gifts to build up His kingdom.
Psalm chapter 71, verse 1 to 6, 15 and 17. I will sing of your salvation.
In you, Lord, I have taken refuge. Let me never be put to shame. In your righteousness rescue me and deliver me. Turn your ear to me and save me.
I will sing of your salvation.
Be my rock of refuge, to which I can always go. Give the command to save me, for you are my rock and my fortress. Deliver me, my God, from the hand of the wicked.
I will sing of your salvation.
For you have been my hope, sovereign Lord, my confidence since my youth. From birth I have relied on you. You brought me forth from my mother's womb.
I will sing of your salvation.
My mouth will tell of your righteous deeds, of your saving acts all day long. Though I know not how to relate them all, I will come and proclaim your mighty acts, sovereign Lord. I will proclaim your righteous deeds, yours alone.
I will sing of your salvation. The Gospel according to John, chapter 21 to 33, and 36 to 38.
Jesus was troubled in spirit and testified, Very truly I tell you, one of you is going to betray me. His disciples stared at one another at a loss to know which of them he meant. One of them, the disciple whom Jesus loved, was reclining next to him. Simon Peter motioned to this disciple and said, Ask him which one he means. Leaning back against Jesus, he asked him, Lord, who is it? Jesus answered, It is the one to whom I will give this piece of bread when I have dipped it in the dish. Then, dipping the piece of bread, he gave it to Judas, the son of Simon Iscariot. As soon as Judas took the bread, Satan entered into him. So Jesus told him, What you are about to do, do quickly. But no one at the meal understood why Jesus said this to him. Since Judas had charge of the money, some thought Jesus was telling him to buy what was needed for the festival, or to give something to the poor. As soon as Judas had taken the bread, he went out. And it was night. When he was gone, Jesus said, Now the Son of Man is glorified, and God is glorified in him. If God is glorified in him, God will glorify the Son in himself and will glorify him at once. My children, I will be with you only a little longer. You will look for me, and just as I told the Jews, so I tell you now, where I am going, you cannot come. Simon Peter asked him, Lord, where are you going? Jesus replied, Where I am going, you cannot follow now, but you will follow later. Peter asked, Lord, why can't I follow you now? I will lay down my life for you. Then Jesus answered, "Will you really lay down your life for me? Very truly I tell you, before the rooster crows, you will disown me 3 times."
Night had fallen are prophetic words. Judas left the room and darkness descended outside. He went off into the dark to betray Jesus, and hand him to the authorities. Then said Jesus prophesied the denials of Peter. Passion and death were closing in on Jesus. The scene is set for the climax of the ministry of Jesus.
Hail to you, our King, obedient to the Father, you were led to your crucifixion like a gentle lamb to the slaughter.
Reflect.
Christ's cross, embraced with love, never leads to sadness, but to the joy of having been saved, and of doing a little of what he did on the day of his death.